Jersey Shore, you ain't got nothing on this fight which is brewing. You need some Geordie Shore way of thinking here on this Sunday beach blockade. A New Jersey religious group based out of Ocean Grove, a town you've probably never heard of, known locally as God's Square Mile in New Jersey, are foisting no beach before noon on Sundays on everyone, no matter who they are, because you should be in church or something. Well, Trenton got wind of this stink on the Jersey Shore and sent through the flotsam and jetsam a warning to the Ocean Grove Camp Meeting Association of public access regulations and separation of church and state issues. However, the association's president argues it somehow enhances the overall experience of the town. This enhancement being the same as those enhancements that said a lesbian couple couldn't get married on their Christo-fascist inspired pier. Oh well, but protesters from Neptune United, a non-partisan equality group for the wider town of Neptune, which Ocean Grove is a part, disagree. Since Memorial Day, confrontations have been common. It seems Sundays are going to be a Churchillian battle, but we will fight them on the beaches. The articles for this are from the New York Post by Deirdre Bardloff and the friendly atheist Hemant Mata. So, Aaron, are you fighting them on the beaches?
I am fighting them on the beaches by not going to their damn beach. Now, that's really easy for me since I live on the West Coast, so it's not a temptation for me to go visit God's Square Mile. Euphemism intended, maybe? I don't know. I just want to go, oh. I mean, really, people, can we, I really think religion should be like your sex life. Nobody should know about it. Just keep it private. Nobody wants to hear about it.
Hey, but what happens when the sex life appears on a bill?
On a bill? I take it home, I guess. I don't know. Whatever you want to do with someone's sex life, but keep. And where in the Bible? I've read parts of the Bible, but where in the Bible does it say to shove your religious beliefs down other people's throats? I don't remember Jesus ever saying that you should go and force people to believe what you believe and to worship the way that you worship. It's really confusing to me.
He actually said the opposite.
He said the opposite. And he said, do unto others as you would have others do unto you. I'm not sure if that's an exact quote. I'm pretty sure that the people enforcing this, that trying to enforce this law, they wouldn't want the beach closed by somebody else against them. So why are they doing it to other people? It's so maddening to me that Christians can't behave the way Jesus wants Christians to behave. And they're just forcing, you will believe what I believe. You will. It's not even just belief, it's behave. You will behave the way I want you to behave. Control issues much? Take a deep breath. It's okay if people are at the beach before noon. You don't have to go if you don't want to. You can go to church. Meanwhile, I'll be at the beach having a good time. Cynthia, help me.
I'll try. First off, I'm tripping that they actually spent over $2 million after Hurricane Sandy to build a pier in the shape of a cross.
What, this? What, like this?
I was like,
more like this.
More like this. More like,
not like this.
Not like this, but like that. Yeah, they did it.
The torture device cross. The torture device.
Yes. The capital punishment cross.
Oh, you mean the letter T?
The giant Jesus.
Yeah.
You mean the letter T?
When Jesus comes back, he's going to be 100 times bigger.
Yes. Maybe 4 million.
Is this Mecha Jesus versus Mecha Godzilla?
Right. Well, you know what? I'd
be Christian for that. I'd be Christian for that.
I would. I don't know about be Christian, but I would pay money to see Mega Jesus versus. Would Jesus come into the form of like Voltron? I don't know. Jesus
3 in 1. He's 3 in 1. Jesus is Voltron. He's 3 in 1.
Right. Yes. The Father. Bam. The Son. Bam. The Holy Ghost. Bam. crying and shit. No, but to your point, Aaron, actually the Bible says in Mark 6:10-11, he said to them, whenever you enter a house, stay there until you leave town. Any place that does not receive you or listen to you, as you go out from there, shake the dust off your feet, for a testimony is against them. In other words, you're supposed to keep it moving. Not proselytize, not evangelize, not do all the shove Jesus down your throat. That's a different stream, y'all. But anyway.
So that's what's in your flotsam and jetsam, is it?
No comment. Now, people, this is a classic case of church groups being what the late Charlie Murphy said, a habitual line stepper. They step over the line habitually. They are habitual line steppers because cocaine is a hell of a drug. But anyway, one of the things that I am still stumped by is why Ocean Grove Camp Meeting Association has so much dominance over a public space. There is no good reason why they are allowed to say a damn thing on who should be or have use in the area in the Jersey Shore. It is public land for Mustafali's sake. Their unusual agreement with the Neptune Township that allows it to restrict beach access on Sunday mornings during the summer should not even exist. I swear that governments and churches just feel that the First Amendment, the Establishment Clause, is just some words that was written on a document 236 years ago, and it's just there to wipe your ass.
But it was written by Christians.
Deist, Aaron, deist. However,
deist you if you're not careful.
Yeah,
that was sarcasm.
Yeah, it really was. I know, I get it. You know, sometimes I don't always pick up on sarcasm as quickly as I need to. But I will say this: how, in everything that is unholy, did these people even think that it was okay to install a cross? $22 million in the shape of a cross, the T.
Somebody saw them coming. Somebody saw them coming. Some contractor saw them coming.
Man! It was like, I'm getting paid today. I'm like, that is a step. The balls on Orange Grove County are astounding. And I understand that this is like a stretch and it's not that big of 3,000 residents. But this is public land. Jimmy.
Yeah, so much wrong with this picture. So much wrong with this picture. Not only putting a religious monument on public land, but how much good could that $2 million have done for somebody else or for many others? So it's really quite backwards, you know, taking the quotes from Jesus, the directions from Jesus to kind of sell your things and take care of the poor. And, you know, instead these people are kind of infringing on public space with extravagant monuments. Something I don't understand is that they're permitted, like you mentioned, by the Monmouth County Township to close the public beach. I feel like this is an opportunity. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but I know that we've got a legal-minded expert on the show, and I'd love to hear what she has to say about it. The Monmouth County allowing them to do that, is there an opportunity to hold them accountable? I mean, are they infringing on constitutional rights? Are they violating the public's constitutional rights and their protection, you know, from religion, if you will? I don't know if I phrased that quite the way I wanted to, but I think you catch my drift. You know, this church has been embroiled in controversy. I'm glad that somebody mentioned, and I think it was Phoebe in her intro, but they were overruled for denying same-sex couple the opportunity to be married in their church. So I think that was a good thing for the LGBTQ community. In 1975, this church tried to stop local newspaper deliveries on Sunday. That is the weirdest fight to pick. And it's unconstitutional. I mean, again, violation of freedom of the press. And then in 2018, this is asinine. In 2018, they tried to evict another church from a location they claimed they owned after it was rebuilt after being decimated in Hurricane Sandy. This other church rebuilt it, then opened it up to other churches that had not rebuilt, and they tried to evict them. They lost that case. So I just find it so odd that this loving community and followers of Jesus Christ are so hostile towards their surroundings, to their community, and they kind of just go on uncontested by the government. So those are all of my problems just laid out for everybody. Phoebe, what do you have on that one?
So come, people. I have a fire pit on the beach. Come gather round, people, for your history lesson of Camp Council. Come in closer. Come in closer, everybody. So, in the 1800s, some religious nutter decided they were going to set up this religious commune for people who followed his religious nutter buttery. And then they tried desperately over the years to split from Neptune Township. And they got it in 1920. And in 1920, when they split, all of that land went from public Neptune land to public Ocean Grove land. But their fun didn't last very long, because a year later a judge went, nah, we ain't having that. But what did the judge not do? The judge didn't cede the land back. So the land went from public land to private land and is owned by the council, Camp Council. So what do we have now? Until 1981, from 1921, they were enforcing local ordinances. That blue law Jimmy speaks of was the straw that broke the camel's back, or should I say it was the engine that fired up what was going on here. Because they were not just enforcing, they had police and a municipal court system that was enforcing these rules. And a judge went, you must be mad, mate, and shut all that down. So what are camp meeting today? They're a homeowners association. That's all they are. They are a glorified homeowners association because they own 99-year. They give out 99-year renewable leases on the land they own. And one of the rules is that you can't have alcohol in it, so it's still dry. And this quasi-government nonsense means that they get to charge to go on the beach because it's private, because 1920s and 21 court ruling said so. So this is just an uppity homeowners association getting very uppity, and they don't like being called a homeowners association. But I'm not going to refer to them as some religious commune. They're just a homeowners association with a religious basis, and that's all they are. So my friends, as we gather around this beach pit fire, what's it like sitting here knowing that the homeowners association is looking at you, Aaron, going, get off my beach? You're not a member of the homeowners association. And even then, on a Sunday morning, you should be in the homeowners association designated church.
I can say they can fork right off. I like my campfire. I like my s'mores. I'm gonna stay right here and enjoy the beach. This is not the way to treat people. You know, this is not what Jesus preached. As I was saying earlier, you know, he taught that we are to love one another, that we love our neighbors as ourselves, that we when someone hurts us, or when somebody steals something from us, we turn and give them our cloak. We give them more, you know, that we serve and that we help. And these people, that's not what they're doing. They're restricting access. Why? trying to force people to go to church. I don't even understand the reason here. Maybe they want it for themselves. The article mentioned briefly that they wanted to preserve the view of the beach so that people until noon on Sunday, they could enjoy the beach without umbrellas and people on it. That seems like can't you do that during the week when nobody's at the beach and people are working? Seems real coincidental that it's on Sunday. And I would just encourage people that are out there that are Christians that might be listening. Will you please go tell your fellow Christian friends to start being more Christian? Please. Will you please save us from these Christians that are just shoving things down our throat? Cynthia?
To be honest with you, I really, especially after we just had our fireside chat with Phoebe, I don't really blame the glorified homeowners association for what they're doing. And the reason why I really don't blame them is because Monmouth County let them get away with it. They let them get away with it. I believe that in the Friendly Atheist article, although the State Bureau of Coastal and Land Use Compliance and Enforcement actually issued a letter warning them, stating, the purpose of this warning is to advise you of the potential violation and to prove you with an opportunity to voluntarily take corrective actions. There have been no lawsuits that have come against this homeowners association, though the ACLU of New Jersey notes that the crosses on the beach and the badges raise serious legal concerns. So, with the cross being there, with the closing of the beach until 12 o'clock on Sundays, like no one has actually put in any type of lawsuits to say, hey, we don't want you to do this because this is public land. We're just going to send you a really strong worded letter that
a very British finger waggle.
Yes. I would, insert my British accent, but it's really bad. So I'm not going to do that. But yes.
Please behave yourself or you will be told off and you will be told that you're not behaving yourself.
Behave yourself or it will be very bad for you. We are going to send you, if you do not comply, we will send you another letter. Basically is what they're basically doing. But it's not, but one of the things that Hammett actually raised as far as like a point is concerned is that if people really want Jesus Pier people to get it together, it seems like that they need to do more lawsuits. Because like when the lesbian couple wanted to get married on the beach in 2007 and they sued, they won. And it seems like that's the only thing that these people actually listen to. So, no. What do you think, Jimmy?
Well, I'm no biblical scholar, but I just want to point out, I don't remember a commandment that says, remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy, but only until 12 noon. After 12 noon, you can do what you want. You can do what you want.
No, that's in First Thessalonians.
That's in one of those hidden books.
Yeah,
yeah.
One of those
the Apocrypha. It's the Apocrypha. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. Yeah, that was the whole point of the Council of Nicaea, to talk specifically about the 12 noon rule.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, so I just wanted to point that out. That was my one small comment. That, and also, I did try and find what this arrangement with Monmouth County was, and I couldn't find anything. So I found that a little odd. I don't even know where to look. So maybe one of the viewers will see this and shoot us a message and tell us exactly how we could get to the bottom of this. But
yeah.
Cool. Phoebe.
Christians closing things off on Sundays is nothing new. In Scotland, parts of northeast Scotland, they tie up swings in playgrounds and padlock them closed. They padlock off roundabouts. Again. They padlock off roundabouts in and they'll put like padlocks on like playgrounds and stuff.
The merry-go-round.
No. Can't have that. So it's not something new. But I just want to point out their hypocrisy here. So their website proclaims the following. They proclaim the following. Looking for pristine beaches to relax, revitalize, or frolic in the sun with friends and family? Then Ocean Grove is the place for you. This is the chance to just lie in the sun, get some summer reading done, or watch the kids play in the surf. It's a great release for the stresses of everyday life. A walk or jog on the beach as the sun comes up over the Atlantic isn't bad. Summers are also filled with fun beach activities such as sandcastle contests, biathlon, family movie nights, and much, much more. Well, I have a family movie night suggestion for them so they can really learn how to play in the sand. They should show Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Now I want to watch Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I'm afraid to even ask you to give us a synopsis.
It's Australian, and it's about drag queens and a trans woman.
Oh, I'm definitely watching it then. Well, we know that Orange Grove most likely probably wouldn't be watching, at least not at their church. But if you, dear viewer, want to watch and or listen to other things that we have to say, click here.